Okay, well today is day 88. 88. Awesome. And it's really getting better. I got the inspections yesterday and we passed. We passed. We are allowed to move in legally by the government. The government says, you guys are good to go. So apparently I set most of the stuff up right. He did have a few tips for me that I should finish up a couple things on the trailer that he asked for. But he was very nice. He realized what was going on, and that we would definitely like to move into our home that we have been working on for almost 90 days. Anyway, we got the inspections yesterday. I'm still working on a couple of things. And tomorrow, they're going to be moving in the furniture. The next day, that would be day 89. And then the next day, 90, we're moving in. We are leaving the hotel and we are bringing our butts over here and we are living here from now on, hopefully. All right, well, let me show you what's going on and where I'm at and what I've done. These videos are definitely going to wind down here from now. So, I've really been kind of concentrating on getting things done and instead of just videotaping, because it's just normal stuff. But some of it's kind of cool. But definitely just general construction stuff. I got most of the hard stuff. And as I've been trying to go through this project, I've been trying to concentrate a little bit more on the electrical. And although I did chase in some electrical, I don't know if it's proper, but I'm going to chase in some electrical for a few things that I'm going to add onto the trailer. Anyway, so let me take you through and kind of show you some stuff, and that'll be cool. Okay, so let's start with this. My 86-year-old, 20-year-old mother came in here and did a lot of cleaning. We had to buy a new fridge. Apparently, leaving your fridge unplugged and in moldy condition for 3 months doesn't do very much good, especially if it's old. So we replaced the fridge, and everything else is normal. But it's kind of cleaned up. Today I am going to work on this door, make sure that it locks, because it doesn't even shut. It just swings wide open. It has ever since, But we're getting stuff in here. Oh, here's a nice view of the deck if you want to see it. My mother had my nephew pull all these rugs out so she could give them a proper beating. But yeah, let's go back in. Clean trailer. Everything's all cleaned up, Awesome. Oh, cleaned all the globes I had taken down. I got to put the light bulbs. I got some new bulbs. Going through here. Here's the living room area. Here's my mud that I got to put on the wall. Here's the shelves I took off the wall. But it's pretty clean. I got some tools in here, but here's the wall. Still working on it a little bit. I got to spackle it or mud it, the joints and stuff. The drywall screws I managed to put in it. And I got to fix this door. This door shuts, but it does not lock. Okay. All this stuff is cool. Oh yeah, I promised my lovely wife I'd move that headboard today, so I'll get that. We're going to move this headboard over to this wall. This wall here. Do a little rearranging for her. That'd be cool. I'm thinking about cutting this closet out. We're going to, not cutting it out, but we're going to take it up here at the top. We're going to slice it on over so that it's less closet back there, more room out here. See what else. I did do a bunch of work to this air conditioner. I put some brackets underneath it to hold it up. I leveled it out real nice last night and then started leaking down the wall. So I had to re-angle it a little bit, but I'll do a little sealing on that. See if I can't get it going. So let me see, go back in here just a little bit. Right here, I rearranged this. When we talked I showed you yesterday, there was two gangs, 4 switches. I reduced it down to 2 switches, the inside light and the outside light. I moved that receptacle there. That receptacle over there on that end is the original receptacle. So I didn't do nothing with that. And I kind of maybe should have took that board out because it's not, you can see right here the 1/4 inch drywall doesn't quite meet up But hey, you know, I'll be all right. I got to figure out something to do around the window because I changed that. I did that drywall in the inside. I took some wool buys and put in there, which is actually thicker than that drywall. So now I can't put that broken window unit back in there. So I might be doing something with the window too. It's hard to say. Now right here, I chased in a new dedicated circuit for that air conditioner right there. And I used underground wire. So I took the underground wire, I drilled a hole, I pulled it down there, I slid it between the frame and the black netting, poly, whatever that stuff is, that's underneath there, and slid it over to the panel. Now, I haven't chased it up to the panel, but I also put in two other wires. One for a, get you in here. One for a dedicated receptacle for this air conditioner. And I think it's going to be on the outside. That's where I put it last night. I might chase it up to the inside, but that's a lot of difficulty in a trailer. Yeah, it's hard to get to them walls, or get into those walls, especially outside. And they could put it on the outside, but that'd be a pain in the butt. So we'll see. The last time I just put it on the outside, and I might just keep it that way. Although it means you got to run the cord outside. But I'll have to think about that. The third wire that I put in is down there on the end. I'm not going to go out there right this second, but down there on the end is where the water connection is. And I'm going to build a little room, I don't know what to call it, a boxed area. And inside that boxed area will be a receptacle and probably some switches for some lights underneath there and stuff. And we'll put a heater in there and make sure that that's all dedicated, because the receptacle that is there for the heat tape is actually pulled off the bedroom. We don't want that. We want it to have its own dedicated circuit. And then there's going to be one more circuit that we put in. It's the easy one because it's right next to the panel. You know, on the back porch, let's get you out here. On the back porch, we are going to put in a freezer and a fridge right there. And I'll put a receptacle up on the wall right there to cover that. Maybe add a few other things. And then we ordered a gazebo type roof that's going to go over this and extend out. So it'll cover pretty much the whole deck. Well, it'll cover the whole deck. It's definitely 10 by 10. But all that'll be cool.